My dear sisters and brothers, I like this psalm. The Lord is my light and my help. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the stronghold of my life. Before whom shall I shrink? Yes. Today, let us focus, as the first reading also tells us, that Jesus is the light, and it is in His light that we must walk. It is not very difficult, especially those who are baptized in Him. It is very simple, but we make it complicated because of our pride. And that is what keeps us from being humble and simple, as we saw yesterday in the readings and in the liturgy on the 30th Sunday of Ordinary Time. My dear sisters and brothers, if we live in Jesus, then automatically we will live all that the first reading is telling us, automatically, because we are children of light, and we can see the darkness that there is in the others and how it is pervading. But because we are in the light of Christ shines through us on those situations, and we are able to be kind, patient, not filled with immorality. Because these things are of the darkness. The way we look at each other. No, we are children of God, and in the Spirit of Jesus we can look at each other as persons, not merely sexual beings. And so we have respect for one another. That is how St. Paul is telling the Ephesians, that we can love each other as Christ loves us. And in the Gospel we see how Jesus is concerned about all of us. He knows everything even before we ask Him. But if we are humble before Him, He will bring healing to our lives and set us free from bondages, so that we can have the light of life and the water of life. As He said, ox and ass has to be led to the water and they quench their thirst. And so we are also desiring that. Now, Anthony Mary Claret, he was born in 1807. Now his father was a weaver, and he came from Spain. And so, as he learned the trade from his father, he slowly began to feel the call to religious life. He wanted to be a Jesuit, but he had not such good health, so he chose to be a secular priest. But as a secular priest, there were many realizations that he did. First and foremost, he was totally towards the poor and reaching out to them in different ways. But there was something that he felt, that there has to be a group of men or women who can reach out, and that is how he founded the Claretians. Now the Claretians, following his example, they have this in mind, that not always are preachers able to go everywhere. But if they write something, that writing can go everywhere and it can become a very good preaching. And so he established not only the Claretians, but also the printing house in Barcelona, which does printing of good books at a very cheap rate, and that's how they are distributed throughout the world. He was later made the bishop at Santiago in Cuba. Now here in Chile, he there, when he went, he was confronted by a lot of injustice that was taking place. So the education of the blacks taught them, the catechism. He regularized their marriages. He reached out to them in their fields, showing them how they can do it better modern ways, and also organize them. But this was not liked by the landowners. And so there were several attempts made on him to do away with him. He died in 1870, and during this time he had covered a lot of work doing for the people. My dear sisters and brothers, what did he do? He brought light to the people. And so let us pray that we also remain in Jesus, so that the light of Christ shines through our thoughts, words and deeds. Let us spend a few moments in prayer, hold our hands together, close our eyes, and as we breathe, we're being filled with Jesus, the light of our life. Let him bring his light into all the areas of our darkness. Let us not keep it under a bushel, but keep it shining within us.